guys, welcome to a new video here at Sublime Traders, Logical Orange, and in this video we are going to talk about the current state of Bitcoin today, the 14th of September 2020, and let's go see what happens now. As we can see, we are still in the range that we have identified last week. On the daily chart we can see that we are in the top part of this range. I have went ahead and split this range into three parts: the top, the middle and the bottom part, and we can see that we are, after some clear rejections of the middle section of the range, we can see that we have rejected and we are still in the top part. This is mostly a bullish sign. However, there are of course there are two outcomes to this. Let's just see what we can do to predict the price of Bitcoin in the next days. So basically, if we fail to keep the middle to reject on the middle section of the range, we of course can expect downside to the top, to the bottom part of the range, which is at around $9,800. And if we fail to keep this level, we will of course go back to $9,200. This, in my opinion, is a level that cannot be broken because it is now the legendary resistance now has turned to a legendary support. So this is a very important area that I do not think it would be broken. And in my opinion, if we ever break the bottom part of the range, I think this is a very good buy opportunity and can have very good results. If we reject from the middle section like this, we can expect a retest of this area, which is the top part of the channel, at 10,500 or 10,600. This is a range. It is very possible to retest it. However, we are not bullish until we close some good candles with good volume, either in this area or above it. I will not personally post any long signals until we get out of this range. It is very difficult to trade in this range on longer time frames, and even with the spot market altcoin signals, I'm very careful right now because, as you saw last week, wasn't really good, but we are coming back into normals right now. And if we close some good candles in this area, we can expect the retest on this level. I think this level is very important because it was the start of the drop that happened 10 days ago, and it was accompanied with a huge volume weak candle right here. And I think in this area we will either reject and go back to S1, or we will hold and accumulate in this area. So this is my price prediction for the next few days. Let's see, however, how we can trade in this range. If you really want to trade in this range, I just advise you to trade in time frames that are very short, like 1 hour mostly. The ones who caught the short in this range, congratulations. I wasn't really available to trade this one, so I think it was a very good trade right here. You can either trade on the top part of the range, or you can trade on the entirety of the range. My advice is to go, as I said, go on to 1 hour or less. My preference in this case would be 5 to 15 minutes, and just check the order book on your exchanges. The key to scalping like this is to be on the top or on the bottom of the range and just place your orders below or above the sell walls or the buy walls. So for example, if I wanted to short here, I know that I am in the top of the range, which is good. I have 1 point, I have one positive point to my trade. Now what I need to do is to check the order book. I will group it into $10, for example, and I will identify the biggest sell wall. So for example, the sell wall here was at 10,600. I will place my short at 10,590. So the volume is a little bit lower. I am sure that my trade will be executed, and I will not execute at market. Never execute at market. I will execute my trade at a limit, as a limit order, and I'm sure that my limit order will be executed because it is not part of the sell wall. It is part of a smaller level in the order book that ensures me that I am in the trade. Of course, I will then stop loss right above it. I will look at the resistances or pivots that are around, and I will post my stop loss there. This goes the same for the bottom part or the middle part if I want to go on the other side, so on the long side. This is how I would trade in current market conditions right now. Remember, scalping is very lucrative if you know how to identify order books and the levels in the range. And right now the market for scalping is ripe. It is the perfect market you can have for scalping right now, guys. Okay, so this is all for today. Thank you for watching. This is Logical Orange from Sublime Traders. If you like the video, please don't forget to subscribe and like. And if you want to know more about Sublime Traders, don't hesitate to come to our Telegram channel and learn more. Thank you and happy trading.